Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and happy Trans Recognition Day or whatever hell it is day that was yesterday. Not Easter. Easter does not exist anymore. Easter has been wiped out of the calendar. Um and it will continue because yeah, this is the state we're in. The Antichrist is in the building. Um and the reason I say Antichrist because he uh portrayed himself as a devout Catholic, and then he basically skipped out on Easter. So, as most of you guys know, Biden decided to skip congratulating Christians on Easter and instead congratulating the trans community on International Trans Visibility Day, where yeah, so I'm a little pissed about that. Um, Seems to we celebrate every other religion and country's holidays except Christmas and Easter. Anything that's Christian related, it's being obsolete at this point. And thank the so-called Christians who voted for these crap. So I don't blame the ones who are upset about it. I blame the ones who are happy about it for voting for this garbage to be in the White House. Um, yeah. So, since my rant is done, I'm gonna go ahead and read this from the Telegraph uh, to see how they're reporting on this POS in the White House. Joe Biden had betrayed Christian America. That's the title. Easter Sunday is about bringing Christians together. The president has proven he only cares about division. It was one of those viral social media claims to so outlandish it demands independent verification. The Biden administration had proclaimed that Easter Sunday, the day on which billions of Christians around the world remember the resurrection of Jesus Christ, would be Trans Visibility Day. As if Pride Month is not enough. They get a whole goddamn month. Just like any other work crap. Black Month. Trans Month. Uh Pronoun Month. Uh BS Month. Whatever month, right? They get a whole fucking month. Once the claim proved true, it was hardly surprising that Christians across the nation took deep offense. Well, duh. I dare him to do that for Ramadan at this point, but he won't. He'll bend the knee because I give credit to the Muslims. They will actually rip this asshole apart. Yeah. Instead of lifting up the Son of God who died for our sins, Biden called on Americans to join him in lifting up the lives and voices of transgender people. Nor was it surprising that the legacy media rushed in with fact checks to suggest that effrontery was completely unintended. Sheer coincidence. The sum of the defense outlets like CNN, Router, and Political offer was that the White House honoring of trans visibility has a long and storied history dating all the way back to 2021. All the way back. It was like a century ago to them. Century. 3 years is a century to them. Not over 2,000 years ago, 3 years ago. All the way back to 2021. Do you guys know math? Obviously, I lost my conception of adding and subtracting and dividing, right? All the way back to 2021. All right, let's keep going. The notion that this was not a deliberate finger in the eye of Christians to honor on the holiest of Christian holidays, a group whose entire purpose is undermining God's created order of male and female in uh, is preposterous. President Biden was under no obligation to issue a proclamation on trans visibility on March 31st simply because he done so a couple of times before. No president before him, including Obama, had ever recognized such a day. And certainly he had dozens of other dates on the transgender awareness calendar, including a whole week in November he could have chosen instead. The substance of this proclamation was even more appalling, decrying the steps that states have taken to stop the permanent damage trans activists and profiteers are reckoning on children through surgeries, puberty blockers, and cross-sex hormones. Biden's proclamation described the same reasonable bans that many other nations, including the UK, have now enacted when it comes to minors, and only minors, as hateful laws that targets and terrifies transgender kids. So, not only they did not walk back on their claims, and what they came back and said, oh, Trans Visibility Day is on March 31st every year for centuries. Easter changes every year. But, so why don't you just fucking say Happy Easter? You skipped that part. You skipped any reference of a cross in the White House, right? So why did you have an Easter egg hunt? Why are you celebrating Easter egg hunt if there's no crosses in the White House or allowed in the White House? That kind of hypocrisy right there. Easter is about Jesus Christ rising from his grave, and Easter egg hunt is just a game to them. That's the only symbolic thing. It's for votes. Only for votes. If you're a Democrat and if you claim that you're a Christian, you are not. You can't be a Democrat. That's my assessment at this point. If you claim that you are a Christian, you cannot be a Democrat. This is proof that you vote for the evil to be in the White House, the Antichrist, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, Christianity has no place on the conservative side. Christianity has no placement in the liberal side because most of them are atheists. The rainbow community, the alphabet community, they're all atheists. All of them. They have their own church so they could get tax breaks. That's about it. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in Christ. They don't believe in Muhammad. They don't believe in Moses. That's not their belief system. They have their own belief system. They are their own religion. The alphabet community is their own religion. Now, what's going to happen next year? Well, if this continues, Christmas will be canceled. They'll probably bring some bullshit LGBTQIA, BCD, AYNZ bullshit holiday or whatever to enact on December 25th. Yeah. Ash Friday will be gone. Good Friday will be gone. So, who's to blame? I blame whoever that voted for this bullshit. You know, I used to firmly always say I won't blame the voters. Always I used to say that I do not blame the voters. But this is proof. This is proof that the Antichrist is in the building. He is the Antichrist. The devil will show himself as an ally all the time. So you could call me crazy, you could laugh at me, I could care less, right? Um, and I'm not a fanatic religious guy, and I tell you this from the get go. I am not a fanatic. I am not a person who goes to church every Sunday. I have my limits. I do not like fanatics of any kind. The people who know me, they know I do not like people who are fanatics when it comes down to religion or anything. Because once you overdo something, you're going to overdo everything. And I don't like it. I don't function that way. I think there has to be some sort of balance between religion, life, the way of thinking, the way of doing, the way of living, examples, all that stuff. So for anyone that wants to say, "Oh, you are a fanatic, you're this," I am not. I am not a fanatic person. I grew up as a Catholic. I have my own issues with the Pope, with how the Catholic Church runs its parish and all that stuff. But that's for me, right? I'm not here to tell them how to run it. I will make the judgment for myself on how I want to proceed. Um, but this kind of it hurts, right? It hurts because they're wiping away Christianity. Liberals are wiping away Christianity, and that's exactly what they want. They want to wipe it away because to them, evangelicals, people who are Orthodox, people who are Catholic, uh, any branches of Christianity are the devil for them. So um, let's lead a little bit more. But his actions are perfectly of a piece with his continual antagonism of Christians. This is, after all, the administration whose Department of Justice targeted traditional Catholics as potential domestic terrorists, and urged banks to track the purchase of Bibles as a potential indicator of extremism, right? But it's okay for Fannie Slot Willis to go to church and advertise her platform, and that church doesn't get hit with, that church is probably under 501c3, and they still get their tax break. But that's okay because she's black. That flies fine. You see, this is where I have the problem with liberals. It's either their way or no way, and they could never be wrong in any case, right? Anyways, the Biden administration, uh, uh, sorry, the the Biden administration's treatment of Christians has known almost no bounds. At the same time, it is honoring the transgender community. It has told National Guard families that their children may not decorate their Easter eggs with religious symbols or overly religious themes for the annual White House Easter egg roll. One wonders who exactly the president thinks he actively was first intended to honor, though such slight are child's play compared to more serious manifestation of the administration's hostility. While the Biden DOJ has pursued maximum charges against peaceful Christians, pro-life activists under the FACE Act, when a trans vandal violated the same statue by hatefully spray painting F Catholics on a church wall and defacing its statue of Mary, the DOJ recommended no jail time. And let me tell you this is the first time I read this article. I have not read this article. I tend to not to read the articles that I want to talk about because I want to see if there's an element of surprise or anything I say is bullshit. So there you have it. There you have it. If this is not Antichrist for you, I don't know what is, right? Leave your comments down below, guys. Let me know what you think. Tell me if I'm crazy. Tell me if I made all this stuff up to just to make a video. I personally believe that liberals, Biden's, Democrats are the Antichrist. I don't give a damn if you go to church every Sunday. If you vote for this, if you support this, you are not a Christian. You are not a Christian. Okay? This is not an attack on the trans. Okay? I could care less what they do on their daily lives. I could care less what they do behind closed doors. And I've said this 1,000 times. You have no place in school. School has to be free of that garbage. Point blank. You want to poison the mind of children? Poison the mind of your own children. Not mine, not the neighbors, not anybody else's. Poison the mind of your own children. Indoctrinate your own children, your own relatives, your own cousins, your own nephews, and your own nieces, if you dare to. Because those parents will come for you as well. And this is what it's all about. How are you going to tell somebody not to put don't put too much crosses, don't put too much religious? It's Easter Sunday, you piece of crap. You piece of crap. Anyways, enough for the rant for today, guys. This was a heavy one. So leave your comments down below. Share this video with your friends. Peace out. Until next time.